campaign manager, Erica Kwiatkowski, and she's going to say a little bit, and then I'll say a couple words, and then we'll go back to talking about how we win this election.
Hello, everybody. My name is Erica. I'm the campaign manager, and I've had the privilege to meet so many of you. So thank you for being here, and thank you for already doing the work to help us win. We're going to hear a little bit from Katie, because that's why we're all here. And then Courtney, after our field director, and our field organizer, Danny, back there, will go over the concrete next steps to take to actually help us drive this home. We have 94 days until Election Day, so we are full steam ahead. So just a couple things Courtney will reiterate, but we are now open 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. here 7 days a week. We basically live here, so come to see us anytime, and we will always have something for you to do. So please don't hesitate to reach out. Please don't hesitate to stop by. We will always have something to do to make sure we're getting Katie's name and her message out to every voter in Orange County. The one other note, we have Megan over here who has a camera. She's going to wave. So Megan is doing a documentary actually about why and how women are running this year is the kind of second year of the woman in 2018. So don't mind her, but there are, if she does capture you or come up to you, there is a waiver to sign. If you are or are not comfortable, just feel free to let us know. But she will be filming Katie and kind of filming the room in general. So without further ado, Katie Porter.
I want to invite everybody to step a little forward. Okay, I know nobody wants to be in the front row. It's okay, there you go. All right, so thank you all, first and foremost, so much for being here today, so much for standing with us in this campaign, so much for your dedication to getting us the representation that we all deserve in Washington, D.C. So my first and biggest thank you is to each and every one of you for being here today. Except for my children who were forced to come. This is one of them. So many of you have gotten to hear me speak, but a few of you have not. For those of you who have heard me, I'm going to give the 2-minute version, and I'm sorry if it's the 15th time that you've heard it. But I am so excited about what this campaign is about and what our message is. So I am Katie Porter, and I am running because I think families in Orange County need a voice in Washington, D.C. I have spent my career as a consumer advocate and public interest attorney standing up to big banks that cheat families. And I am going to Washington to keep doing exactly that, fight for families. So I've spent my career working to tackle when the big financial institutions break the law, to hold them accountable, to make sure we have an economy that lets us all prosper. So I worked with Elizabeth Warren on abusive and illegal credit card fees. I worked with the Obama administration on predatory student loans and for-profit colleges that were ripping off our veterans, immigrants, and young people. I was one of the first people in the country to blow the whistle on the big banks and how they were breaking the law and cheating families. And I built an ironclad case against those banks, and I took it public. I talked to anyone that would listen, and my work was featured on the front page of the New York Times. I worked side by side at the appointment of then Attorney General, now Senator Kamala Harris, who in 2012 asked me to work on your behalf, on the behalf of all Californians, to make sure that the big banks kept the promises that they made to the state of California and to our families. So I held those banks' feet to the fire. I worked to help families who were fearful that they were going to lose their homes to foreclosure. And statewide, we won $18 billion for families. Here in Orange County, there are over 11,300 families who got to keep their homes, stay in our communities, and stay in their schools because of the work that we did. For me, this election is about continuing that fight. What I see happening in Washington is history repeating itself. We know that when Wall Street needed help, it got its bailout literally overnight. And families across California and across the country waited years and years and years for help that too often never came. And what is Trump and my opponent, Republican Mimi Walters, doing? They're doing the exact same thing again, giving powerful special interests anything they want at our expense. How are they doing that? Siding with the NRA to block common sense gun protections that would keep our kids, our schools, and our places of worship safe. Giving big oil its wish list to open up drilling off the shores of California. Giving healthcare companies permission to rip away health coverage from millions of families who have pre-existing condition. Allowing Betsy DeVos to put students over the profits of shareholders in for-profit education. And passing a tax plan that is a handout to the largest corporations, many of whom pay zero taxes, while pushing those costs down on all of us, especially those of us here in California and in Orange County. So here is what I say. I think we need a congresswoman who will fight for all of us, who will fight for what we know is right and what we value as a community. That is exactly what I'm going to do in Washington, and that is why I'm so thrilled to have all of your support and help and enthusiasm. I wish that I could tell you that this will be easy, but I speak the truth. This will be hard, but we know we can do this, but we cannot do it alone. Each one of you, however you contribute, from the person who donated our mini fridge to so Courtney has something to drink in the middle of the night, to people who are going to make phone calls, to those of you who are going to walk, to those who've hosted me already for house parties and will do so in the future, you are all going to make the difference. We've seen it already, from Virginia to Alabama. Fingers crossed we see it in Texas on Tuesday. 2018 is not their year. 2018 is our year. Our year. To elect leaders in Congress who will fight for families and stand up to powerful special interests. Thank you so much for your support. I am so glad to have you all here. Thank you. I cannot wait to win this thing with you.
If you don't know already, I am Courtney. Welcome to, honestly, I'm just going to call this my humble home because I basically live here. Or at least it feels like I do. But that's not because I have to be here, it's because I want to be here. We have an opportunity, as Kay said, to flip this district and not just flip it and hold it for one cycle, but to hold it forever. This district this is ours if we work together. I want to teach you guys how to help us elect Katie. So out of this office, we're going to be contacting voters directly. What that looks like means we're going to be phoning voters, we're going to be knocking on doors, we're going to be sending out mail. So on all of these things, there's several different options, and we'll go into a lot of those in more detail in a much more sort of casual setting. I mean, this is pretty casual, but in a different setting, I guess. In a more volunteer setting. But there are going to be opportunities for you to both. We would love for you to come into our office, sit here with us, feel the energy, and talk to voters on the phone. We have paid phone bankers that are here every single day, and we have volunteers who are here. As Erica said, we open at 10 a.m. We actually call straight through until 8 p.m. If you can give us any hour of your day, you can give us one single hour, I will take it. Because that is a number of voters that you can talk to and you can tell about how great Katie is. Because you personally have met Katie. A lot of you have stories with Katie, or you have a personal reason why Katie's story touches you or why you're supporting her. Things like that is how we change minds, that is how we reach voters. Just the personal stories that from one voter to the next. So if you can come in and phone bank, great. If you can't, I'm also able to set up remote phone banks for groups of 5 or more. I know we have people in the house from all the way from Los Angeles, from my old Houghton Valley Village. I know that we have people all the way from San Francisco who are going to be doing this for us on a regular basis.
Can I tell them my favorite thing?
Of course.
There is a couple. They are not here yet, but they wrote us in about September and they said, we've been doing our research, and we've picked you. And I thought, this is it. I won the Publisher Q exclusive. And they said, we want to spend our spring helping you get elected. And we've rented a house in Tustin. We are moving here for April, May, and June to be part of this festival. So we are going to have people coming from all around California and all around the country working with us. So you will not be alone. You will be so supported and so together in this fight. So.
Yeah. I know that knocking on doors and calling voters to people that you don't know sounds scary. I promise you we're going to make it, I will explain it in a way so that it is simple, that when people hang up on you or the rare person that is mean to you, it doesn't matter because the people that matter are the ones who actually want to engage. There are enough voters out there who actually want to hear about Katy, they want to learn, and who haven't made up their mind yet. Those are who we're here for. We're not here for everybody else. We're not here for the people who made up their minds, people who are voting for that other candidate or the other one over there. We're here for the ones who are open-minded and who are like, you know what, yeah, tell me about her. What does she believe in? Why are you supporting her? Those are the people that we reach. So we knock on their doors, we call them, and then after every time we call them and we talk to them, we're going to send them a piece of mail. So we are going to have assembly lines of envelope stuffing. So if you really, really don't want to contact voters, you can help us do that. There's always something in here to do, no matter what time of day or night. You could probably text me at 3 a.m. and I would probably most likely and have something that you could help me with. I don't encourage you to do that. If any of you have insomnia. But so please, Danny is our new field organizer. He is going to be helping me. He is going to be doing all of our scheduling. We just got here from the Newsom campaign, so we're very excited to have him. This is what you see up here. This is for this upcoming week. If you have any free time, any day of the week, this week, please put your name down and what time you can come in, and please actually show up and let me train you, let me teach you, let me give you the opportunity to tell other voters about how great Katy is, because I know you all want to, because that's why you're here. So thank you for being here. Please sign up. We have some pens and paper over there, or some markers over here. My email is Courtney@katyporter.com. His is Danny. Oh, you don't have the short one yet. I'll just forward all the emails to him. Thank you again. Enjoy the rest of the food and the drink. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And can I just, my one favor to you is, if you've had fun today, if you've liked what you've heard, when you come back, bring a friend. Because one of the things that I've seen over and over and over again in talking to people and going in their homes since April, when we launched this campaign, is we in Orange County, collectively, we need to engage, and people want to, but they've never done it before. They've never worked to elect someone before. And so if you come in and you say, I've done it, come with me, people feel like they can do it. So the biggest ask to you today is to come yourself and bring a friend. Let more people get involved in this process, because the goal of this is to be your representative, not just you in this room, but everyone. And so the more people you can bring in and engage in the campaign, the better it's going to be. So thank you guys so much.
I have a brief song to offer. When politicians stir the pot and take our money, wow! Let not transgressions be forgot. Let's vote for Katy now.